on, girl. Oh, okay. My goodness. Yeah. Does that feel good? No? Then why are you doing it? Hello everyone. I hope you're doing well today. I'm Taffany and I want to welcome you to Tika's Gardens. This is a garden that started from nothing but a big tree and a raised vegetable bed made from rail ties. When we purchased this house and moved in, that's all that was here. And an empty section of dirt in the back, nothing else. And we have turned it into more than I could have dreamed. I started working on it 3 years ago with no plan at all. I just simply started with one section, which led me to have an idea for another section and for another section and another section. And if you've been following me, you see where it has taken us here in this garden. But my front garden, I haven't put too much into until this year. And I'm not too happy with the circle beds, as I kind of mentioned before. And so I'm going to be trying to come up with an idea for those. I've stood in my upper window yesterday just looking down at it, and I think I've come up with something, which I will show you later. But for now, I'm gonna go up front and we're gonna do some planting. I had purchased 2 Coral Bell Azaleas to replace 2 dead azaleas that were in my front circle beds, and I got them at a bigger height so that they could have more of a chance of surviving. But after doing that, I was just kind of like, I think I need 2 more because this is imbalanced. I need some symmetry. So I went and got 2 more. I'm gonna put those out, and the 2 that are there, they're not dead, but what I'm going to do is take them and put them along the foundation in the section where I had the coleus planted. And they only get 2 to 4 feet tall, so they shouldn't block our windows. Our windows go pretty close to the ground, so I have to consider that when I am planting. Because when I plant, I don't want to totally block the view from the window. Plus, Miss Tika, my favorite little furry kitty cat, my garden buddy, she loves to sit in the windows and look out, so I have to think about that. But I think they will go well in front of the windows. And the spring blooms will be really pretty to look at from inside as well as out. But I did that. I've got some bell peppers I want to get planted in the vegetable, one of the beds back here today as well. So we're gonna head to the front. We're going to do some planting up there. And I think in a future video, I'm going to do the story of Tika's Gardens and kind of walk you through what it used to look like, and you know, step 1, step 2. Let me tell you guys, if you move into a place or you're in a house that you've been in for a while and you just have a space you don't know what to do with, don't think about the whole entire space. Pick one small spot and say, I can envision this here, and work on that spot, and then that will inspire you to go to the next one and the next one. Don't try to tackle the whole big concept, because sometimes it's just not there and you can't see it until you take that first step, and you'll be amazed at where that one step will lead you. So anyway, let's head out to the front. Let me show you what I've got going on up there, and let's get some planting done up there. So guys, these are the 2 Coral Bell Azaleas I have. I've got a 3-gallon size, which is what I got yesterday when I planted the first 2. So I just think this is going to give them a better head start than the small ones that I have. Let me show you the small ones that are up front that I'm going to be replacing, and let me show you where I'm going to be putting the smaller ones. Okay guys, this is the first azalea that I'm going to be replacing. with the taller Coral Bell. And over here is the second. As you can see, it's pretty healthy looking. The first one is struggling a little bit. Alright guys, and back here along this foundation is where I'm going to put the 2 azaleas that I will be digging up. I think this is a good spot for them. We'll see how they do back here with more shade. And then of course this right here in front is a white azalea called, I believe, Snowball Azalea. So there would be 3 azaleas here in the end for beautiful spring color, 2 pink and the white. So let's get these azaleas out of the ground, transplant it back here, and get the new azaleas in their new spot. Alright guys, the way the sun is shining is a little difficult to see, but this is what it looks like back there. Filling in that spot nicely. I think it was definitely a good choice. I'm really pleased with that. I'm glad I decided on that. I don't know why I didn't think of it before, but better late than never. Now as I swing around slowly, this is the second one. So looking from the street towards this, you can now see that it has a more balanced look with the height. And we come over to the second one, and you can see that this also has a more balanced look now with the height. Alright guys, I love this. It looks really good. Look at that, look at that. I love it. Sometimes you don't know what a spot needs until you do. So now we're heading back here to the vegetable garden. This is the beautiful backyard. And this is the beautiful Tika. Let's let her out now that I'm in the backyard. So guys, in this pot I have some okra seeds sprouting that's going to go into the garden. I've got plans for all my plantings. I've taken down the wreath from my front door and the components to it. I decorate my wreaths using clip-on flowers and little picks that I cut off from other floral bundles that I have. That's what I use when I usually decorate my wreaths. I've got some little hidden gems back there that you'll see in the fall porch decorating video for the front and the decorating video for this back section here. You can see that I've already started putting a wreath out just to see if this is the one I want, but we're getting to that soon. But for now, we have a habanero and some bell peppers. I've got 2 green, 2 red, and 2 purple bell peppers. I have the red bell pepper here, which grows 24 to 30 inches tall, so basically around 2 to 3 feet. Let's see. This is the green bell pepper. I just hit the camera with it, and again the same height, about 2 to 3 feet tall. Let's see if we can find a purple. Oh, this is the habanero. It's an orange habanero, which grows 18 to 24 inches tall. I think that's going to get taller than that. And this is the purple beauty. I'm going to have to look that up, and I'll put on the screen what its typical height is. But these peppers, of course, are going in the vegetable garden back here. So let's come back here. So these are habaneros, 2 red and an orange. I'm going to put the other orange right there. This is a red bell pepper grown from seed. I had a couple in here. 2 came up, but then 1 died off, and this one has been here, and it's starting to pick up in height. So I'm going to turn the soil over in this section right here, and I'm going to put the the bell peppers there. And if I have to, I will also turn over the soil here and stick some in there. But we'll see what we've got. We've got 6 bell peppers. We'll see how we can get it to fit. They're low growing, so they won't take up a lot of space as the larger growing peppers, but we'll see. But this is where we're gonna get it done. And back here, we've got along the outer edge here, okra. My husband did the planting. He's got okra along there. We'll see if they come up. And I replaced the tomato that didn't make it here with a new tomato. And let me go get the pot for that so I can tell you what kind of tomato. I pulled up here this morning the kind of dead waste of the kale. Oh, before I forget, we've got collards here, and you can see they're coming up. They've only been out for a week and they're already sprouting. And we've got some other vegetables in here. And the vegetables in this bed are native to my husband's country. I'm American. He's other. And he has been out here since he's been working from home this week, planting and helping out. He got the tomato out for me. Let me take a look here. This is a husky cherry red, which grows 2 to 4 feet tall. So, that is the tomato that's out. Alright guys, so that is where we're going to be doing the planting out there in the vegetable garden. We're going to get the soil turned over. We're going to get the habaneros out. Well, one habanero. We're going to get the bell peppers out. There's 6, as I said, 2 purple beauties, 2 red, and 2 green. And we got to get the soil turned over. And we've got sprouts coming up from our green vegetables. So exciting, exciting. And we replaced our tomato. So we're coming along. We've got, as I said, the okra out. I've got some okra in that pot back there sprouting. I've got to get some spinach out, some more kale, some more mustard, and some more turnip greens out. So I think that's it, and I think I'm going to look for a couple more blueberry shrubs to get those out this fall as well. So let's get to work over there in the vegetable garden real quick. Alright guys, well I am done with all of the peppers, so let me show you where I've put them. Let me show you what it looks like. Alright, so here is the habanero. Planted among the other habaneros. It is orange. In this bed, I have the red bell peppers along this side, and I have the green bell peppers along the back there. And this other side I have carrots and cleanup from all the ivy and stuff coming through the fence. And then this bed here, I have the purple bell peppers. And you can see these bell peppers. If I can get a good shot in there, you can see these bell peppers already have flowers and are producing. Same with the green. And the reds, no flowers yet, but they look healthy, so I think they're gonna do good. And my little seedling, the only one that survived, it's hanging in. So we've got a bunch of bell peppers out, we've got a bunch of tomatoes, and we've got a bunch of habaneros. I've picked half of the mustard greens, as you can see. So that's the mustards. And then again, as I said, we've got green vegetables in this side, and part of that side I have to clean that ivy up coming in, and we'll be able to use the rest of the bed then. Over here I've got collards, and I pulled up the kale and stuff here, so I've got to clean this out, and I'm going to fill this side up with kale. This side over here next to the mustards, I'm going to put spinach. And back here, I'm going to do some cabbage and some turnips. And this is the blueberry or bed right here. And I'm going to get 2 more blueberries to go in there. So that's what I've got. In these Fred pocket beds, I'm going to do some fall plantings in those to add some color to this garden. And my husband and I were out here talking yesterday, and I was talking about refreshing the walkways with some fresh hardwood mulch. But now that he has seen the walkway with the gravel on it, he wants the gravel in here too. That was my initial desire, but he did not want it. He wanted to keep it natural, as he said. But now actually visualizing it on the ground, on the walkway here with this gravel, he has now changed his mind. He is the kind of person that has to actually see something before he can know what it's going to look like. Me, I can see it in my head and know this is going to look good or it's not. You know, I can visualize it. He can't. He has to literally see it. So now that he can see the walkway and he loves the walkway, he wants to carry that gravel into there. So that will be an upcoming project sometime this winter. But for now, we're going to get our vegetables out while we're still in, you know, pretty early September. I'm so happy to have those vegetables done, and this garden just looks so pretty. We get tons of hummingbirds now, so we are just waiting for birds to start feeding on our bird feeder from King's Yard, but everything looks so good. Yeah. All right, guys. Well, we've had a productive day today. I'm happy that I got the azaleas out. The others moved. put into a spot that desperately needed it, but I didn't know it until I saw it there. It looks really good. We've got a lot of the fall vegetables out, a few more to go, but we've made some progress over the last week. A lot of it not recorded because I just enjoy getting out in the garden and doing things just for fun, for my peace, and just because I really like it. But I'm loving how everything looks. I'm pleased with the progress I've made this season. And for those of you who are new, thank you for joining. For those of you who are old, thank you for being there constantly and gardening with me. And we're going to call it quits for today. We'll be back out tomorrow as usual, getting more things done in the garden. You guys try to get out and do something that you love today. Get in your garden, go for a walk, whatever it is. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.